I think I clicked the right one. We clicked, excuse me, on the hiccups right. We clicked the right one. Ooh, I didn't add in Discord yet though. Hold up. I have not been here before, Rhino. Stop telling everybody everything I said. All right, now they can hear you. Go ahead and talk shit now, mofo.
Like I do like Rhino's room though.
Yes, yes, I do. Everybody, real quick, welcome on in. It is back. Is this our last? I mean, I know we're going to be doing this show again next Monday, but we may all be watching the clock going, is it here yet? Because we don't know when it's coming out, but we know it's a week from today. At some point between probably now and midnight, it'll probably open up. So I am excited. But before we get into too much stuff, everybody welcome on in. Ah, dang it.
Light show.
I forgot to turn those off. Hold on, I gotta close the mute stream. Well, buddy, I appreciate you.
I'm vibing for you. I can't hear it.
Yeah. Well, if I appreciate you, I didn't turn the lights off. All right, let's go around the room first. Let's kick off. Raw's got a brand new camera today. Raw, how are we living, sir?
I'm enjoying this next week because my wife is in Canada for the week on a business trip, and then on Friday I leave. Well, actually Thursday I'm going to New Hampshire to meet up with JG for his bachelor party.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he's
nice.
getting married?
I don't even know that. He keeps everything quiet.
Yeah, he's very, very. And then next month is his wedding.
Oh, fantastic. Good for
Congrats
him.
to JG.
Good for him. Happy for my guy, JG. Awesome. Good stuff. Rhino is back, ladies and gentlemen. Rhino is back in like 100 different ways, right? Like Rhino's got a new house, the new stream room setup. I love the way it looks. Rhino's coming back to Madden. Oh my God. Back to streaming period after his little hiatus here. We're finally going to see this man behind the camera. It's been 2 months for real.
2 months, man. It's been a month since my last stream, which was just like an impromptu, like, hey, I'm going to just go live for a little bit. But yeah,
wow,
2 months.
I was there for that.
So we're getting there.
All right, what's your plans when you come back, Rhino? What's going on?
I'm going to wing it, man. I'm definitely excited to get back into Madden and just kind of relearn the game, I guess, in that aspect of it. So it'll be fun in that nature, just kind of, getting the feel for it again. And it was a good year away from the game just to kind of reset and kind of explore some other options out there. But I'm definitely excited to come back.
Right on. Good. People will be glad to have you back on. So is this going to be, which kind of journey are we on here? Is this, because you're essentially a new player again now. Is this going to be a, like from the streets to the live event journey? Or is this like from the poorhouse to the millionaire stretch, or somewhere in between?
Both, I think, because what I did before was essentially what you did. You kind of took me under your wing and taught me how to work the market and whatnot. I got to relearn all that because I'm completely clueless on how it is now. And then that's one aspect that I never did was the head-to-head side of it, just because.
Do you want me to teach you my ways?
I expect all you guys to kind of just teach me, like shop, dev.
Don't teach you. I won't teach you my ways. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I will say this. I know that I think half of Nexus already is subscribed to Gridiron Game Plan, so that's where I'm going for hints.
Okay, throw go. Like I said, that's one aspect of that I never really brought into the stream was the head-to-head side of it. So learning that and kind of being more on the same page as everybody, especially when we have these really deep discussions on the gameplay of Madden. I want to be more included in that. So
right.
Instead of just being a menu streamer, as Kep would always say.
I feel like I'm getting the sense so far this year that it may be a bit more imperative. The way the field passes look lined up, the info that we got, how there's different players for head to head that there are from, everything else. Feels like it's going to be, we've been asking for it for a long time, but kind of do things a little bit more like MLB does. And I think we're getting that. So everybody maybe, even myself included, maybe we'll see how much I do it on camera. Cause God, we'll see.
Yeah, it's hard. I'm in the same boat as you. I'm really competitive. And so that's why I tend to stay away from the head-to-head side of it, because I don't like showing me
Who you
turning into a
are?
rage monster, man. It's just
Yeah.
it's bad.
I'm not a competitive person or a rager, so I don't mind playing.
Right. Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, no one's ever. You're perfectly a normal, like, kind human being in Call of Duty.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the head-to-head side that we always did the yard and whatnot. You and I playing that, so I mean, I have a blast playing that, but taking it in,
Glad one of us did.
solo and you're yelling at me the whole time, but it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Just do like whatever you know what you do in the yard, like how you like, you know, lead the defender into the pass, do the opposite, and we'll be fantastic.
Okay. I'll write it down.
Yeah, we're so close. Damn it, buddy, how was the week? Are we prepped up? I mean, obviously we're prepped up, ready to go. What a stupid question. But the new stream trailer dropped today. What a gorgeous friggin' piece of editing that is. That thing's amazing, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir. It took me some time, you know. We're just trying to move the needle a little bit every day, you know.
Yeah.
So, but no, super excited. Super excited. We are, you know, in single digits. We have actual football. Granted, it's preseason this weekend, you know, and then we have Madden. So, like, I don't know that it gets any better than this right now.
Right,
so.
right. Yeah, it is here, man. It's been a long wait. It feels like I don't know why this summer feels longer.
Bro, it'd be the longest 4-month off season ever. So like,
yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I can't even pinpoint why it felt like it took long. I mean, it's not longer, right? Like the game's out at normal time, right?
Technically, the game is actually out sooner this year than it was last year.
Yeah, no, man. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I disconnected from it more fully this year when MLB came out. Now that I knew what I was doing.
Both. You and me both.
Yeah, I feel like everybody.
When's Madden come out?
Yeah.
Wait, didn't Madden come out last July?
No, it was 2 years ago.
September last year.
Yeah, 2 years ago it was July, and it like weirded everybody out. It was like a month early. We're like, we don't know what to do here.
Yeah, Madden 22 last year was like almost September. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What do we have on tap for football this weekend? Right, like everybody's got their preseason game starting. When is it? Thursday, Friday,
isn't it?
Friday.
Is it?
Yeah, the Bears play Saturday. I won't be able to see it, unfortunately. I mean, maybe I might. It just depends. We'll be out at the lake house, so I always take this.
So it's Thursday night. Thursday night. Sorry, you have Giants versus Patriots, and then Titans versus Ravens on Thursday night.
That's right.
Okay.
And then Friday too. You have Friday. 4 games.
Yeah, Bills play on Saturday too at 4.
Because the Cowboys on Saturday.
Yeah. I tell you what, Madden's coming out at a really good time though. Because MLB to me, like I haven't played in 2 straight days, and not even phased by it. You know what I mean? Not like I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I'm just like, you know what? I just need a couple days break of an absolute grind. But it's been fun, right? Like I have no complaints. Really, the game's been fun. Like it's easier to like MLB when you can't hit anyway, right? So it was like, oh, patch hitting. I'm like, for fucking what? Like I still can't hit the ball.
Doesn't affect me.
Right? Yeah. It only matters to you idiots that can hit the ball. For me, I'm like, well, it missed again. Like no impact there.
He's 100% right. I mean, I'm winning my head-to-head games like 1-0 if I'm lucky, or I'm getting blown out.
He's like another patch that missed me completely.
Right? Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is like I never feel cheated in MLB, right? Like,
oh, I do. I do.
He's always person of the storm.
If I throw that like something low outside the zone, it's supposed to be bouncing off the dirt, and I hear crack, and I'm like, you son of a bitch. And off it goes. I'm like, I tried to throw it away, and off it goes out of the damn park. Like that's the shit that hits me.
You don't use pinpoint though.
I do not use pinpoint. No.
Yeah, that meter shit be real suspect.
He doesn't use meter.
It's analog. I don't use meter.
Yeah, I use meter.
I don't use the things either.
Yeah, but here's the thing though.
I've never used analog. Once they introduced pinpoint last year, I've been on pinpoint ever since. So
I tried it and I didn't like it right away, so I never like stuck with it to like attempt to learn it.
Where the baseball goes.
Yeah, I know that's what they claim if you can hit it, right? But if I can't hit it, then it's just worse. And then I'll aim at the dirt and it'll go high outside the fucking zone, right? Like that's the worst detriment to me.
What part of we're not good at MLB are you not catching?
Yeah.
my bad.
Bro,
My bad. I'm not,
that one challenge.
I'm not comp. I'm certainly not comp in ML. I'm further away from MLB comp than I am Madden comp.
But use this. No, you don't understand. We don't know how to use that. We know how to turn on the game, swing the ball, and pray for the fences.
Right. Yeah, bro. That one challenge you had to beat a team on Legendary. I had to turn on directional hitting and I had to turn on pulse pitching because my ass could not come. I was like, you know what?
Wow.
It's better if I just go down the middle and just hope it hits something. It won't go down the middle, right? Because I can't aim for that. So I'm like, I'm just gonna not aim and it'll paint the fucking corners. And sure as shit, I won that game like 12-2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
So back to Madden.
Yeah, back to Madden.
Yeah, back to Madden.
It's tough. I honestly don't know which game I'm worse at. Actually, I think it is actually MLB to be factual.
Yeah, MLB for me as well.
I can outsmart some people in football, right? Like, just dumb them out a little bit. As long as I attack that user and, make him pick one to go after, then it's a different story. But MLB, some of these guys just, I can't beam them without them hitting a home run, right? Like, it just doesn't work. But is what it is. But all right, so we did get a lot of info on Madden last week. We had our nice little stream with RG. Is it just me or is the game feeling already super, super different this year? Like they've actually made, I feel like, strides to change. It feels like everything from top to bottom, right?
Yeah, I mean, just me taking a year off, and kind of looking back at these notes and whatnot. It's a welcoming change, in my opinion, just because I'm coming back to something different. It's not coming back. I took a year off and I'm coming back to the same game. I'm coming back and there's going to be some things that I got to learn along with everybody else. That's exciting for me. Coming back as almost like essentially a new player. So
it's definitely cool because it seems like they're listening to us more. This year, there's a lot more stuff to do. Like in the beginning, like when RG was streaming, I was in your stream the other day watching, okay, and the both of us were saying there's so much stuff coming out at the launch that makes it fun. So I'm excited.
Lots to do.
Def?
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing, right? Like we said here last week before the stream, and we're like, man, we just hope that we have content or something to carry us through. Otherwise, that's not going to be a lot, right? Because we've notoriously seen, the kickoff be the real start of content. So the fact that they're giving us something and giving us something day one, that's a massive W.
Yeah. The of them listening to us too. Like there's one not being able to route your tight end to a blocking assignment if he's in a 2-point stance, I think is massive. Like, is it just me or is this like one of the, I think to me, it feels like one of the biggest changes that, and changing it so that your out of position safeties at linebacker are intentionally, deliberately going to be slower to react to the run to kind of negate that. I don't want to call it's not a glitch. It's not a loophole, nothing, like some teams play like that. Right. But, that linebacker should not be, except for maybe 2 of them in the whole league, should not play as a linebacker, or safety that should not play as a linebacker in the linebacker position. The one that I want to okay, so yeah, I need your help here though. I have been arguing with people for 3 years that height in Madden was beyond the most overrated nonsense in the world. And I say this because I watched Little Ass Devin Hester Moss people, right? And I was like, that shit don't matter. But this year, specifically in the gridiron, in the dev notes, in the gridiron notes, Logic added to the game to include wide receiver physical attributes such as height to play a more significant role in the success of contested catches. I read that, and that means that it didn't exist before and it was in everybody's head, but now it is actually part of the game because it was one of the most requested updates from the beta and from years past. Am I nuts? Is this a massive actual update or no?
It should have been in the game the whole time. I agree with you that I think that it was overrated prior iterations. Based on the beta, though, I will tell you 200% height and surprisingly agility make a difference.
For me, it doesn't matter if you make the guy 6 foot tall, 8 foot tall. I still stink. So I don't get that part. You know, like when it comes to that kind of stuff, I have no clue. So I wish I could help you on that. Does it help me open packs?
Some of the cards might sell for more because he's taller.
There we go.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
That Donald Parra, man, day one's gonna be a monster.
Oh, I can't wait.
So like, I lost my train of thought on that. Oh, so the other side of that though, I like that you mentioned the agility, right? So like this height thing is only for contested catches, right? Like that's the only thing that's gonna help him go ahead and make these plays. I am typically not a fan of throwing into someone who's double covered anyway, right? So like that's not going to, or like I don't know, even like the one I play different. I like, you know, short to medium passes where I can hit a guy on a cut and, you know, throw him open. So like to me, the way this passing stuff is set up, I'm already in love with it. It kind of fits the way I prefer to play the game anyway, not a deep crosser. I'm like, oh, 2 guys on him, whatever, and throw it up anyway. I will never make that throw, right? I will almost never make that throw. It doesn't matter if it works in the game or not. My brain stops me from doing it. But I think agility early on and throughout the year period is going to play a much bigger role this year than we've seen in the past across everything, not just for wide receivers, but for running backs, for corners, for safeties. I think high agility is going to be a must-have early.
I agree. As it should be. I mean it's the right step, right? Like moving into physical attributes actually mattering and having a true algorithm, you know, and having them have some sort of sustainability is going to matter. It felt like, I mean, we've all heard it before, right? It felt like it was just truly RNG in years prior, you know? So I'm excited. Like I said, they put a lot of stuff on black and white that sounds great, but obviously until we get in there day 0 to really see.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
So
it's
that's
just
the thing.
gonna
A
come
lot
down
of
to that.
things sound great, but only time will tell.
Right.
I mean, it's exciting.
You-
Oh, go ahead.
I thought Raw lost power or something.
Oh, listen. Switching over to Warzone.
Nah, I'm messing with the camera because I feel like I'm too bright. So I'm just trying to like, you know, I hit the wrong thing.
Let's talk about a little bit of NFL stuff. We always come back to Madden before stuff comes up. DJ, I do agree with you. I think honestly that day one. Let's talk about those real quick. The All-Star, the All Madden Edition pre-order guys. Right? You got Barry Sanders, Cooper Kupp, Cam Chancellor, and the other one did not. Parsons, Micah Parsons. Man, it's a tough call, right? Like I understand Cooper Kupp is going to be the only wide receiver for a while to get Spot Apprentice, right? Until we get 90s, that's a tier 2 ability. No one else is going to get it until we start getting 90 overalls. We have 89s already from the headliner stuff, so I'm like 90s may not be that far behind. I think I'm going Barry, right? Having that evasive on him, the high change of direction, the high agility, like I don't want to be stumbling through. Like would much rather just go out and beat guys around the corner, knowing that these guys are going to come at me with 78 overall agility linebackers that I want to just run around. Do you guys know who you're taking? What have you guys decided?
I mean, yeah, I'm leaning towards Barry, but I've always been more partial to stacking my defense just because that's where I'm better at. I'm better at playing defense in Madden. I've never been a good offensive player in that game. So, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I am leaning towards Barry as well. I think that's going to be kind of like a unanimous choice.
Steph, who you taking?
Yeah, it's tough. I still think Cooper Kupp is going to be nasty because again, we talked about the physical abilities, and if on paper what they say is true, is truly true, he's going to be open a lot, right? So like that's a guaranteed, he's almost a guaranteed target for at least a week or two in the game, at least until people. The problem is right, they started dropping those 89s, right? So like we've already got that L'Jarius Sneed,
Right.
and there's probably a rookie premier or two that are going to be kind of nasty as well. But if you're playing K's game where you're running shorts and medium routes,
I
it's hard
know,
to
I
say.
know, I
It's
know, I
hard to
know.
say.
My other,
It's
so
hard to say.
I'll say this. I may have shameless plug YouTube video coming out later breaking down all of the free players that we get from the beginning, because there's a lot, right? You're talking, you got 5 rookie premieres. You have your 2 elite players, 1 on offense, 1 on defense. Your 1 all Madden player, your team captain. And from what we saw from the headliner program, you get 2 of the 86 overall fantasy packs to pick 2 of those mofos. That is a lot of players.
I thought they were 82s.
No, you get 86s.
Yeah,
You get an extra
they-
82 from the
86, yeah.
pre-order, but from inside the headliner program, you earn
Right,
2
right.
86s.
I apologize. You are correct.
Yeah. That is a lot of players. So at first I was like, ooh, Cooper Kupp. And I was like, wait a minute. I know I want Waddle. I know I want Gabe Davis. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know what though? When I first looked at that card, I was like, I saw the name and I was like, ew. And then I looked, I'm like, yo, he's actually got like 88, like everything. Like he's not and with 79 speed. I looked at it, I was like, fuck, we're really gonna make this card good out of the gate.
Imagine
Like
saying you to your playoff hero. Imagine.
my playoff hero.
Yeah, we're talking about Gabe Davis, right?
No, Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
Oh, I heard Gabe Davis, and then I heard you say "ew," and I was like, "What?"
No. I'm all in on Gabe, bro. He's the guy. He is the man. He's a man's man.
Here's the problem. Here's my problem, and why I still am not 100% sure. As great as Barry's agility and all of that is going to be, we've already seen a lot of guys on the defensive side that have a lot of speed, though.
Right.
And then I think about the new gang tackling mechanic and how well that worked in the beta. I don't give a damn how quick Barry is. He only weighs 110 pounds soaking wet. So, like,
Right.
you get 1 or 2 guys on him,
Yeah.
he not breaking no tackles, really. Right? And that's kind of how I feel about the Joe Mixon master, too. I'm like,
Yeah.
had you said it was Derrick Henry, maybe I might have felt some type of way,
Right.
but I don't know. You know what I mean?
I don't know. It just had evasive on him, and I think you might be able to get away from more guys, right? Like the Derrick Henry cards are always nice, but so my thing is like looking at like the top 10 running backs who are going to be expensive. There were only like 2 or 3 guys on there that I thought would play better than Barry at day 1, especially with knowing that they won't get evasive on them. That part slowed me down. Like you get Derrick Henry, I don't need to juke shit. I'm running right at you. Like come at me. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna break these tackles anyway.
We're going on the train. You're going on the
But
train.
Barry has 87 break tackle too.
True. Again, I'm just thinking about
Yeah,
the
I'm with you. I
whole,
get you. Yeah.
the gang tackle mechanic,
right.
and like again, it worked pretty well. Like if you went
Right,
in there and,
it did, yes.
initiated it, and you had other hats near you, like they were making those tackles.
Yeah.
So
And stop.
granted, obviously I didn't play with anybody that had evasive though. So
Right.
and we know abilities tend to just
Take over.
be abilities.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my thing, like my only stance, I don't want to say against Cooper Kupp. He's going to be a good card, right? It's not all 4 of those cards are stellar. It's not like I'm like, don't take that when he sucks. They're all going to be good. It's not like that Lamar Jackson card. That one's going to suck. Don't take that one.
The only one that really will suck is Micah because his ability is useless to his position.
He's got lurker.
Especially now that maybe not though, right? Maybe not.
Are you using a right outside
he's not
linebacker
really built
though?
to be a coverage linebacker, so I still don't really understand why they put lurker on him.
Yeah, I don't know. For Cooper Kupp, I know the slot apprentice is there, so he's going to be a good card. But like I said, just out of some of the free guys that I'm going to get, there's like one of them, Waddle is the only choice to make on offense. But he's got 86 speed. Let's say Gabe Davis, another free one right there. Like I think that's solid. That's made a really good point. You can go get Micah Parsons' regular ass elite card, and throw him in there and not need that 86. Like
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like same with Cam though, right? Cam's gonna look solid, but I don't know.
I don't think Cam is as solid anymore since they said they were going to make those changes about players in the box, though.
I mean, he'll be solid at safety though.
Will he? Cam's never really played all that great at safety. He's always been a
He's got-
user goon.
He is
from
the only
box.
card with Enforcer on day one, though.
True. And there are fumbles in Madden, apparently, because it was
Apparently
something they
too
wanted
many.
to down.
Right? Yeah. Apparently there were too many.
Wasn't-
I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, there's so many players to do, so don't mess up. Like, I don't want guys to like go in there and locked in and like without realizing all the stuff you get within the first day and go, oh, I have 5 NCAT wide receivers now. You know what I mean? Like, kind of spread your shit out a little bit. If you're gonna take a wide receiver here, keep that in mind later and go somewhere else with it.
Any chance that we think Madden could give us a set to try all 4?
No. On the pre-order cards, no way.
No?
Maybe
Okay.
Yeah.
like a captain's set.
Like
where you
spot
get-
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wonder if they would let you try it like one, maybe not all 4, but like, what
maybe-
if they were like, okay, yeah, you can do it one time.
Yeah, one-time changeover. I don't know though. It'd be cool, but I don't know if it's even in the thought process. I am hoping that there is the option to change the team captains early though,
Yeah, earlier than they have been. Yes.
because I know I'm going Sam Adams to start off with, but
Oh,
if
you're crazy. You gotta go Zonk.
I don't run I though, man.
You don't need him to run I. Zonk is gonna be a problem because of the fact that, you know, 2 stance tight ends can't block. Having Zonk as just your running back sometimes in those positions when you want that extra blocker, about to be crucial. Look at me giving y'all tips. Sign up to my damn ebook.
Oh man, that's not a bad idea. But dude, Sam Adams card looks so good though. He's got 79 speed as a D tackle with like high 80 block shed and finesse move.
Keyshawn.
Yeah, well,
Keyshawn, the worst.
he's literally the worst one.
Y'all shut up.
Although maybe not. Keyshawn is like 6'3" though.
Y'all just
He is,
hated.
yeah, he is. I mean, Eric Allen's at 5'10". Is he gonna be able to stop anything?
A cold.
I really like that's the thing. Like Eric Allen, to me, I was like, yo, they really did them dirty. Like you saw them Eagle fans get excited, and then they were like, oh, by the way, physicality and those things matter. So here's 5'10" Eric
Right?
Allen.
Yeah, I was like, oof, man. On the same day, you dropped all that, huh? I'm like, cool. I feel like I'm honest to God. I feel like sometimes there's like a bait card, right? Like I feel like Eric Allen's that bait, just same as that Lamar Jackson. Like, hey, Lamar Jackson, you can't run with his ass, but good luck. I feel like Eric Allen's that same one. I'm like, ooh, he's got like 87 man coverage. I'm like, yeah, can't stop a contested catch though. So what'd it matter? I don't know. Interesting. Whatever. I'm just excited. I can't wait. Can we talk about, speaking of Lamar Jackson, how the man has not gotten paid yet, and they just decided to pay his kicker instead?
I think his kick is more important to the team than he is. He's an overrated
My
running back.
God,
Whoa, hot take.
bro, he's the MVP 2 years ago. You can say what you will. He's still the
Yeah.
MVP 2 years ago.
I'm just kidding. Honestly, maybe he's not the direction they want to go.
Is there
what I think
any
it is?
chance? Is there any chance? Go ahead. Is there any chance they don't re-sign him? I think you're nuts.
I mean, he doesn't even have an agent. I think he's self-represented, or his
He
mom's
is. Yeah,
representing him or something like that.
self-represented.
So, I mean, that could be part of the whole hang up right now too with the whole situation. I mean, Kyler Murray just got paid, so they have all these comparisons. But yeah, like you said, he won MVP. Like it is a unique situation. He's going to get paid. I feel like he's definitely going to get a huge contract. I don't think he's going to get like a ginormous contract, but he's going to get paid handsomely.
Okay.
I don't know what the Ravens would do. I mean, like, they don't have, who's behind him? Who's their second stringer? They haven't drafted anybody.
Oh, that kid that came out and played just like him.
Yeah, he's
But was
decent.
better.
He's actually like
Yeah, what's his name?
a mirror image of
I don't
him.
think he's there anymore. I actually think he
Huntley.
actually
Huntley?
left this offseason.
Really? Where did he go?
Cardinals?
How is he not a starter somewhere? You got Drew Lock up in Seattle, and you're telling me that he's not a starter somewhere? Can't. Can't.
Hold on. That's
Um,
funny. Team roster. Quarterback. Who are their quarterbacks?
No, Tyler Huntley is still there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He played great. He came into that playoff game and or no, it wasn't. Yeah, it
he
was
came in
playoff
regular
game.
season.
Was it regular season?
Yeah, you got Brett Hundley, Tyler Huntley, and Lamar Jackson.
Okay. No, it was the playoff game against them because Lamar came out like halfway through the game.
Yeah, but didn't he also play like a regular season?
Yeah,
game
he
too?
won
He
2
may have.
games for them.
Okay.
He won 2 or 3 games for them during the season because he beat the Bears, or almost beat the Bears. He
Yeah.
either did beat the Bears or almost beat the Bears.
He played well. I remember that playoff game. He came out and I was like, "Oh, we're good to go." Like Lamar's out, and then Huntley came in and completed like a 3rd and 18. I was like, "Oh, no way is this happening." And it didn't. They shut it down, but still, like he was not
beat the
bad.
Bears.
HK
did
might
beat
have
him?
a point though.
Is he a
What's
free
that?
agent after this year?
HK says it's hard to give money to he is technically one run away
So-
from a career-ending.
Okay,
Yeah,
I want to
but-
bring that up though. I do want to talk about running quarterbacks. I hear this all the time about Josh Allen. There are studies out there on this exact thing covering, because everybody likes this narrative that running quarterbacks always get hurt and this and that. There are studies that show that pocket quarterbacks who stand still are more likely to be injured on a play than a running quarterback.
Here's the difference. What is the size of Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen?
No, not even Josh Allen. I'm talking anybody.
But I'm just saying, because if you look at RG3 versus Cam Newton, who was a running quarterback, or Michael Vick, they were bigger guys. RG3 got his ass kicked because he was smaller. So that's, I understand the running quarterback. Josh Allen's a big dude. He's not a little guy. So
Yeah, no, I understand that. But I mean, honestly, neither is Alex Smith, and he damn near lost his leg
That's my point.
in the pocket.
True. But now you have a guy who's running around. His first instinct is to run. So I guess it's tough.
Yeah, see, I think the issue is that Baltimore doesn't know how to pay him. How do you really? Because see, and I've been saying this the entire time. Lamar Jackson ain't a quarterback. He's a goddamn athlete.
Right. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like
that's
he
true.
didn't win. He didn't win MVP because of his quarterback play. He won MVP because he truly was the most valuable player, meaning he did it all.
Right.
Right? Led his team in rushing, obviously led his team in passing, led his team in scoring. Like, the dude is, I'm never going to take away the fact that he is a great football player. However, there is not a day somebody put a gun to my head right now and told me I had to say Lamar Jackson was the best quarterback in the league. I guess I'll be seeing y'all later. If
No, I
somebody
agree
put a
with
gun to my head and said Lamar Jackson was the top 5 quarterback in this league, guess I'll be seeing y'all later. I don't even know that I can make the case that he's a top 10 quarterback in the league. So, like, I think that's the problem that they're running into is they genuinely don't know how to pay him. Do I think his value is more than Kyler Murray's? Yes. But do I think he should be getting ground-breaking, record-breaking money like I think he might be chasing? No, right? And even if you paid him look at like what, you could say that you can make the same case about Debo. Debo was everything for the 49ers.
Right.
He didn't get groundbreaking, crazy, crazy money.
What did he get? I thought he did. Didn't he get like 28 million?
He didn't. I don't think he set the trend. I don't even think because Devontae's still making the most money, isn't he? I don't think he's like the number one wide receiver.
Oh yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, he got Samuel signed a 3-year deal to 73.5 million.
So that makes him the highest paid wide receiver.
No, who got paid right before him? Yeah, DK Metcalf got it.
No,
Yeah, DK
just got
and
his, didn't he?
AJ Brown. Yeah, DK's making $30 million a year, and Devontae's making 22.75,
Tyreek
and
Hill.
he's making 23.85. So like,
Yeah, so Tyreek's the highest at 30.
So they're all up there though. You know what I mean? Like he's still
they're
up there with
yeah.
that top echelon wide receiver.
that's what I'm saying though, right? But he's not groundbreaking. That's
Right,
what I'm
right.
saying, right? And so,
Yeah, so-
you look at if I had to compare a player's value to their organization right now, Debo Samuel is probably the closest thing to a Lamar Jackson, where you can ask him to do literally anything.
Right.
Right. And again, he didn't. I mean, yes, he cashed in, but he didn't break the bank. So like, my thing is like, do you pay him more than Kyler? Yes, but are you really paying him more than $30 million a year? I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's tough. Um, again, like I mean, they have other options, right? But I would think they would be um foolish to not do this. I think I'm with you. I think they want to, but they're trying to decide, is he a 25 or $35 million player, right? And I'm sure he's pushing for more the 35 range, being the MVP in his second year and making the playoffs. And well, I didn't make the playoffs last year, but they were injured, every which way. Do you think the team also is doing enough around him to make them better? I mean, he just lost Hollywood Brown. I don't know what they really added in this year, but I feel like the Ravens offense outside of Lamar, I'm like, okay.
That whole team's just confusing.
Right.
Because you would think, all right, like you said, they get rid of Hollywood Brown, his best option, and now what? They didn't have a healthy running back for a while, so he's got to run. They just don't. They seem like they're giving up, and it's very confusing, like to the audience of the NFL. Like they haven't done any groundbreaking or any improvements to their team. And if I was a Ravens fan, I'd be upset.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where they kind of end out this year.
Their defense is pretty good though, usually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cynical. I saw that earlier. So Cynical pointed out too, and I want to bring this up. Von Miller trying to coerce OBJ to come to Buffalo and join him here and have both of them come chase the back-to-back Super Bowls. I will be honest. When OBJ was in New York, I couldn't stand him. When OBJ was in Cleveland, I couldn't stand him. And then he got to the Rams, and I said, "Oh, I like this guy a lot." It was different, right? He seemed different. He seemed like a team player again, right? Like, and I feel like, I saw the same thing with Diggs. He's a diva. He's all about himself, this and that. Gets to a team with players that he jives with, and all of a sudden becomes a fan. He took pictures. He jumped into the stands and walked around with people yesterday at practice, just hanging out, having fun. Complete different side of a, everybody's me or, everybody's against me type player, and will do whatever it takes to go out there and get that win. Outside of OBJ seeming to kind of turn that corner, is this a new trend in the NFL? Because it used to be all homegrown guys and everybody had their own guy and this and that. And free agency was kind of a stupid play for bad teams, where it's kind of mimicking more of like the NBA, where we go, hey, once we're in our window, don't care what it takes. Don't care about their personality. Don't care if they fit the locker room. Are we going to go win right now or not? It worked for the Rams. Is this going to pay off for other teams down the road?
I don't like it. And, I'll talk to you about the Jets being, with what's his name? Jamal Adams, right? One of the best safeties in the league at the time. And I was excited to see him leave. I loved him as a player, but I don't think bringing someone in just to have that kind of, NBA status type thing where you bring in another player, you can't have bad people come into the locker room. They're bad for the other teammates, the younger guys on the squad. And like you said, I don't hate OBJ. I just don't like him. And I think he's a bad juju for the locker room.
The Juju I don't like. OBJ I'm a fan of, though. Rhino?
True.
With the case of OBJ, the two, so he wanted out of the Giants. Giants sent him to Cleveland essentially to rot. That was almost like a punishment, right? So he didn't want to be there to begin with. So think about it. You're in a job. Take it as like just a normal everyday person. You're in a job that you hate, you can't stand, you don't like your boss. How happy are you gonna be? And he gets sent off to the Rams, where they have a lot of strong personalities there and good, strong veteran leadership. And it kind of changes the person. Look at with Von Miller, for example, too. When he first came into the league, he was kind of a shithead, and then they brought in DeMarcus Ware. Ware took him under his wing, and he completely changed. He became this all community good guy, and just got his head on straight, stopped doing drugs and whatnot. And they went on to win a Super Bowl. He was Super Bowl MVP, and so having that like veteran leadership is huge for a player, and I think that paid dividends for OBJ. And I think Von Miller, like reaching out to, try and lure him over to the Bills is huge. Von cares about him. He wants him to be happy. So And he's a good player. He is. When he's a healthy receiver, he's great.
I think he was on his way to being Super Bowl MVP, to be honest.
Oh, easily. Yeah. Until that happened, I felt so bad for him when he went down for that ACL in the Super Bowl. I felt awful for him because he was easily on his way to MVP.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to, that what you were saying with the, like kind of building up these super rosters and whatnot, like Les Snead said, F them picks. He went all in and they won a Super Bowl, and with the way the salary cap is now, there's so many ways around it to, sign all these superstars to really get your team to go and hit that window to win a Super Bowl. So we're kind of seeing it play out, and it's going to be interesting to see what the NFL does to kind of fix those instances where you're just throwing a big signing bonus at them, and their base salary is only like $1 million, but they're making like 20 million in a bonus. It's going to be interesting to see how these teams kind of like they have their window. They're going to throw a bunch of money at it to win.
Right. Dev, do you think some of these kind of negative attitude superstars simply need to be on a team where they are not the only superstar and it calms them right down?
No, I mean, Rhino hit the head on the whatever. I don't know the damn thing. he hit it right out the park, right? He hit it out the park. Let's just back up. Let's back up 5 years. OBJ was the face of that franchise, right? Eli Manning, we all know, is headed out the door. OBJ is the face of that franchise. They get Daniel Jones, and they literally punish OBJ because he didn't want to take a team-friendly deal. Let's not forget what actually happened. OBJ was like, hey, I'm a top 5 wide receiver. Please pay me like one. And the Giants were like, nah, we think you should take this deal. They came at an impasse. So he asked to be traded. And Rhino's right. They traded that man for damn near a box of rocks to the Cleveland Browns. Everybody was floored at the trade. I mean, he went for like a 6th round pick or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
It was literally like highway robbery. So I never once, ever once was mad at OBJ for being mad at Cleveland, for being mad in Cleveland, right? I mean, Rhino's right. Imagine going to a job that you hate every single day and then being told you can't do shit about it because they own your rights. That's crazy, right? Like, at least we could just walk out. If he walks out, he's penalty to losing money and like got to retire and like go through all this BS, right? Then he goes to LA. And I told people right out the gate, I said, watch when this man go to LA. He's going to be a changed man. Everybody in the Rams uniform was all upset. Oh, we don't need him. We don't need him. And then it just so happened, unfortunately, nobody wanted anything like that. Van Jefferson goes down, right? OBJ shines. I look at your roster right now, and if I'm a Bills fan, shit, I'm retweeting the hell out of that damn tweet. Okay? Could you imagine Stephon Diggs, OBJ, and who did we say earlier? Our boy Gabe Davis out there with Josh Allen? Huh?
Right.
Boy, what?
I also think though, at the time that he was in New York, he was a kid. He was very young. And I think he also, over the few years of being out of New York, he grew up. And then, like you said, he had veterans on the team to help him grow into a young man and be responsible. Because when he was in New York, he was toxic in the locker room. Even while
that wasn't true though.
Even
See,
though
that wasn't true though.
I was at the game when he beat up the net because Eli wouldn't throw the ball to him. I was at that game. So he was a prima donna. He was a diva too much. And again, there is some truth to the turning of the team with Daniel Jones and stuff, but he was very immature at the time. Remember, the day before the playoff game, they're all on a boat. The whole team is on a boat. They were young kids. But I think getting into it with older, more experienced vets, a guy like who has a work ethic like Aaron Donald, you're going to play the best. You're going to grow up.
Yeah, my problem with that narrative, though, is that he was only there for a little bit of time, right? It's not like he didn't even play a full season in L.A. I really think OBJ was that guy the whole time and just really didn't want to be in Cleveland. And I really think OBJ started acting up. I mean, if you look at the time, OBJ really didn't start acting up until they were like, we ain't finna pay you. As soon as they was like, we'll figure it out, that's when OBJ started to kind of get a little annoyed. And I think that that's the problem. It's like people wanted, like Antonio Brown, even though I hate to use his name, right? Like Antonio Brown, a little bit different, right? But when the Steelers came out and were like, we don't value you the way that you value yourself, then all of a sudden he's crazy, right? Now, granted, I still think homie is a little crazy because what he did in Tampa Bay was fucking wild, okay?
Yeah.
But in Pittsburgh, he wasn't like that until Juju came around and he kind of was no longer the guy, right? In New York, we still trying to figure out who Daniel Jones is throwing to today. I mean, they lost OBJ and damn near killed Saquon Barkley because of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm saying. I think OBJ is going to be a great fit with whoever signs him because it'll be his decision. And I think that there's still hope. He's young enough to where I think he will heal from this enough to be 200% and be an absolute great addition to whoever decides to give him a shot.
Yeah, I agree. I think with OBJ, I feel like a lot of it was his frustration in both New York and Cleveland, where he's a playmaker, right? He's that guy. We saw him. He's going to go out there and lay his body out every single play to do whatever it takes to catch that ball, to win that game, whatever, right? I feel like he was on teams where he saw other guys not have that same fire in them. And I feel like that got to him a bit, or like, I say that because I heard the same thing from Stephon Diggs, right? When he was in Minnesota, he felt like his quarterback didn't have that same drive. He came here, him and Josh Allen, they jive together. They're like two best little nerdy friends, because they're both like, hey, I have to break my leg to get this touchdown to win this game. Cool. Like, they're both, that absolute just dog mentality on every single play. And I feel like OBJ's got that same thing where he didn't have someone else there with him, especially the quarterback anyway, right? And then he goes to LA and the whole team's full of dogs, just doing everything they can to win.
He had Landry, his teammate, his college teammate.
Yeah, he's not throwing the ball to him.
That's my point though. If he's a diva, if he doesn't get the ball,
no, it's not because he doesn't get the ball. From what I saw, the biggest frustration he had in Cleveland was that most big plays like that are after that 5-second rule, right? Quarterback drops back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, got to throw the ball, nothing's open, scramble drill.
Mm-hmm.
OBJ would go, oh shit, this is open, I'm going to go this way. Baker was like, oh shit, we were scrambling, I'm going to look over here. And never looked at OBJ, even though, we all saw highlights of OBJ being wide open, nobody around him for 20 yards.
Yeah, his father did that, right? His father posted
Yeah. You know what I mean? So like these plays are out there. Him and Baker just never got on the same wavelength. So he's like, it doesn't matter what I do. I can get open every play and he can't see me. So I'm sure that frustration absolutely builds over time where he goes to LA and shit, him and Stafford jived right out. And what do you know? Could have been Super Bowl MVP.
Yep.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where he goes. I'd be stoked. He comes to Buffalo. I think
I'll
it's
take
just
him to Denver, man.
You also said the Stars. Remember before, like the NBA? The problem that I have with the Stars is then you have too many egos, and then it becomes
didn't stop LA though.
Yeah, it didn't stop LA.
But there wasn't that many egos. You don't see a lot of high-profile players in there.
What?
I'm talking about who's an ego guy on the team besides OBJ.
OBJ, Von Miller, Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald.
Those guys are all
Jalen Ramsey.
But I'm saying,
Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey.
You put Ramsey and OBJ in the same room, and I'm expecting cocaine hookers and a fire at some point.
I forget. You know what? I recant my statement.
Oh, no shot. Oh, God. No shot.
I recant my statement. Never mind.
I still, I've been an OBJ. I've been an OBJ fan. I think that, again, I really think that he is. I don't like to say this for everyone because I don't think it is true for everyone, but I really think OBJ was just unfortunately dealt situations that he genuinely didn't want to be in and then had no control. Like I said, it's different, man. It's like they're like, we don't care that you don't want out of here, but you're going to be here, right? So you're going to half-ass and do just enough to be there to get by, right? Like, and again, even though, yes, the videos came out by his dad, but that's still a problem. It doesn't matter if the video came out from his dad or a random fan in the stands. The fact that he's standing there on multiple plays in multiple seasons wide the frick open, and your quarterback's not even thinking that he exists. I mean, I'd be annoyed too, and I probably was a little bit of a diva when I played wide receiver, damn it, but
Yeah.
whatever. You ain't got that dog in you if you're not a little bit of a diva. You want the ball. You want to make the plays. You want to put the team on your back. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
Yeah, no,
people ain't called Devontae a diva in Green Bay. Watch how quickly he becomes a diva in Las Vegas.
Well, I'm counting it by week 4. That's an absolute meltdown there. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no, I'm all about. Can't wait for that to go down. At what point are we going to make a determination though on Devontae Adams on being the best wide receiver in the league?
Is he though?
I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, how long do we have to wait and see? How long?
I mean,
Cooper Kupp.
I know Cooper Kupp was Super Bowl MVP, and I think Cooper Kupp still. I was clamoring for Cooper Kupp on Twitter that he ain't the highest rated wide receiver.
Yeah,
he's Super Bowl MVP, right?
Right.
He deserves it. However, I do think him and Devontae are definitely in the same echelon.
Yeah,
and if you were to ask me, Devontae's number 1 and Cooper's number 2.
Buddy.
I don't know.
Buddy. I don't know. I'm on a new team. To me, Derek Carr is such a downgrade from Aaron Rodgers that I don't want Devontae Adams anywhere near my fantasy team.
Yeah, but that doesn't the output of Devontae Adams. I mean, look at Nuke. Look at Nuke. Look at DeAndre Hopkins. We were clamoring him as the number 1 wide receiver in the league, and then he went to Kyler Murray, right? I still think he's a top 5 wide receiver, but Kyler Murray, when we're talking fantasy-wise, definitely hurts that output.
Yeah, but
sure,
look at the guy that nobody's going to want on their team is Tyreek. Tyreek's Tua.
Yeah, Tyreek.
That guy,
Tua can't hit the side of the damn barn.
Tua can't throw 7 yards. That's a guy who's, but I mean, Derek Carr's not bad. But you're right. He's no Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
That's different. And you're talking about, a couple of years of chemistry and knowing when to throw the ball and when to be there. It's going to take a little bit before those two actually get on par.
Yeah, I'm just very hesitant on it.
With let's say Beckham came to Buffalo, how many games would it take him and Allen to get on the same page? A little bit,
Yeah, probably. I don't know, probably 3-4 games. Like, I'm wondering, like, at what point, like, I don't know. I'm very interested to see how like fantasy football breaks down early in the year with how many moving pieces went all over the place, and especially in some of these stupid IDP leagues where I don't even know where guys are anymore. I don't know who's like, is Roquan Smith still holding out? Did he finally report to practice? Like, is he the guy? Is he the guy?
Never held out.
Never held out.
That was all skeptical reporting. He's been there since day one. Him and God, what's his name? The other outside linebacker. They were reporting they were going to hold out. They've been there since day one and been doing a very good job.
Okay.
I can't think. They just traded for him. What's his name?
The Bears?
Quinn?
Yeah, the Bears traded for him last year.
I don't know.
Robert Quinn. Him and Robert Quinn were supposedly holding out. And they never did. Yeah. Robert Quinn actually did a presser talking about he wanted to retire a Bear.
Okay.
Maybe day one. Going back to Cup and fantasy talk and whatnot, if this whole thing with Stafford's elbow is legit as they say it's going to be, and he's going to be hurting, the Cup's definitely going to have a down year. I don't think he's going to be able to repeat what he did last year regardless. 439 fantasy points or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah,
he was wild last year.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be repeating what he did last year. And if Stafford's hurt, that's definitely going to take another huge blow.
Yeah. I'm going to get into fantasy here for the last 15 minutes of the show because drafts are coming. Who do you guys have on your do not draft in the first round player? Like, there's got to be, because some of these guys are going to go too early, right? Who's on your do not draft in the top 10 list?
Oof. Christian McCaffrey.
You were taking away
in the top 10?
I'm not taking him. I'm not taking him in the first round this year. I don't trust that he's going to be able to play a full season.
Yeah, I feel you on that, but his skill set, man, it's like one of those guys he's worth the risk, because if he does stay healthy, he's so crucial. But I get what you're saying. The whole injury prone thing is definitely putting a ding in his.
I mean, they got Baker now, though, right? They'll be a brand new team.
Oh my god, another
Keep 'em healthy.
overrated QB.
Okay, let's say, who are you taking if you have the number 1 pick in your draft? Who is your go-to gotta have guy?
Derrick Henry.
Is it a
Are
lot?
we talking like? Wait, hold on. There's
What
parameters
position?
that matter,
Like
right?
That was
PPR
hold on,
league,
Taylor.
right? Like standard
Are
PPR.
we talking like a PPR league, or
Yep.
we're just talking the standard
PPR.
league?
Nope,
That's the only way
12-team
it is.
PPR league. Yep.
Okay.
I'd say Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, I'm saying Jonathan Taylor as well. It's either Jonathan Taylor or, as crazy as this about to sound, I'm even thinking something like Austin Eckler or something like that too.
Really?
Dude, Eckler has been so good.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I really think the Chargers are gonna be better offensively this year than they were last year.
Okay. I mean, the Chargers stacked their team, but most of it on defense. Milo, can you not everything on the desk? Just go over there. Jesus. Okay. I think I'm with Ro, though. I think Derrick Henry's tough to pass on, right? You get that number 1 pick. Like Taylor was
He doesn't
good.
touch the ball enough.
Oh, I think he runs enough though.
They just draft.
Yeah, he'll put up 2,000 yards.
Right.
He's getting up there in age. He was hurt for a good chunk of last year. That's another. Yeah, I don't know. I'd still take Jonathan Taylor over him.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor's number 1 for sure. I just want to go somebody different than Rhino. So I mean,
Yeah.
if I had to go second, I would say Austin Eckler because he's been pretty damn. I mean, Austin Eckler has been getting a lot of disrespect for no reason. He's been pretty damn good.
He has been for years, and he's a damn good streamer too. On top of it.
With Eckler though, that's something you got to take his handcuff though as well. Spiller, the guy they drafted this year, you got to make sure if you get Eckler, you got to get his handcuff because he will miss some time.
Oh yeah, for sure. True.
Dude, yeah.
Okay, who do you
Then even then,
guys?
his handcuff is legit too. There you go.
All right, let's go to quarterbacks.
These guys out here disrespecting Henry.
Who do
That
you
guy's
think
tough.
is going to be available that you're going to hope for? Like, well, first, what round are you drafting your quarterback in?
I can't
First,
give up that
usually
strategy.
draft him in 3.
First, Zach
2 or
Wilson.
3. Usually
Zach
try to
Wilson?
go 2 or 3, right?
Okay.
I always wait. I wait for a quarterback typically, just because the way the NFL is nowadays. I mean, you have your Josh Allen, your Pat Mahomes, and Herbert that are just undeniable, your top 3 quarterbacks. But everything after that, like a good chunk, they're all pretty even, you know. So I tend to wait until like the 6th, 7th round, to be honest. I never draft a
late,
QB
huh?
early. Yeah, I never draft a QB early.
Man, oh man.
Yeah, I mean, it just I kind of follow the trend, right? If I notice that all of a sudden I'm about to get stuck with Mitchell Trubisky
Right.
or somebody like that, then I start to sweat a little bit. I mean, I've been blessed, knock on wood, whatever, given the strats again. I've gotten Aaron Rodgers out of my leagues for the last couple of years, and he's been phenomenal. I'm a little bit hesitant to
And
obviously take him again this year because I
he's-
don't know who the hell he's throwing the ball to.
He's
but-
usually a late round quarterback for some psycho reason, right? Like, I feel like Aaron Rodgers is usually pretty low on the board. Like 5th round, you can still grab him out.
Right now, ESPN has Aaron Rodgers ranked 12th best QB for fantasy.
Yeah,
I
because
bet Tom Brady's
everyone's like,
over him too.
yeah, but that's the question
He
I
is.
have for everybody. Right
You
there.
know who right
You're-
behind him is? Trey Lance.
Yeah, but you're like, who's he gonna throw to? Right?
No joke.
It doesn't
But I'm saying-
matter.
Wait. Everyone's like, who's Aaron Rodgers gonna throw to?
Christian Watson,
had,
dude.
But I'm saying Brady had no names for years and turned them into household names. These
Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers is not fucking Tom Brady, bro.
guys
Stop.
right next to him.
No, he's not. They don't even live on the same goddamn street. Stop.
Yes, they do. I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers is that guy.
Aaron Rodgers isn't even the best
man.
quarterback in the league today, and that's if Tom Brady wasn't playing. He's not better than Patrick Mahomes.
Oh,
He's not
Oh,
better
no,
than
no,
Josh
no.
Allen.
I
He's
forgot.
not,
You're
like,
a Bears
stop.
fan. I forgot.
No, even as a
Yeah,
Bears
Aaron
fan, I
Rodgers owns his
respect
team,
the hell
dude.
out of Aaron Rodgers. I draft him over my own damn quarterbacks every year because I know he's gonna. But he's not that guy. Let's not forget he's had a wide receiver core his entire career. This will be the first time he's going in with literally no one. Right? Like his number 1 wide receiver right now is Alan Lazard, who again hasn't been healthy for the last 2 years. Like, calm down. I'll believe it when I see it. Am I going into the games nervous because they still have AJ Dillon and
Jones.
what's his name? the other running back,
Jones.
yeah, Jones, yeah, and he still got his boy, big boy Bob Tunyon, sure, but wide receiver wise, I mean, shit, we took their stone hands wide receiver off of them. I don't know what the hell the Bears doing, and then they talking about they want Jalen Reagor. Get the fuck out of here.
Tell me how you really feel,
Oh
Dev.
man.
I'm mad. That actually almost ruined my day when I woke up to that report talking about the Bears have shown high interest in bringing in Jalen Reagor. What?
Yeah. Speaking of quarterbacks, real quick though, we talked about a minute earlier though being injured. Is Matthew Stafford undraftable in fantasy right now?
I think you can take a flyer on him late in the draft if he's there, but no, I'd probably stay away from him, to be honest.
Maybe your QB2 in like the 12th round or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he's there late, you take a flyer on him, stash him on the bench. But even then, I mean, he wasn't
problem.
super great last year.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he really didn't. He wasn't
Fantasy
really wasn't
wise.
that stellar. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. I think Shop's not here. What about, so let's talk overall kind of fantasy mentality. There's always like these two waves of thoughts, right? The ones that say, nope, I need two running backs early, and the guys that go, I will give a running back in the 12th round and get some, handcuff and roll that way, and instead try to load up on wide receivers. Which ways do you guys fall, and how has it worked out?
I always go heavy running back. I feel like you get two stud running backs and you get one of their handcuffs and whatnot, you're pretty much set for the year.
Okay. Raw?
I suck at it, so don't worry, it's me.
Bro, you gonna join my league?
You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll give you the money. I'll let you take me out back. Kick me in the balls and we'll call it even.
Come on, man. Just join. It'll be fun.
Just join. It'll be fun, they say.
Yeah.
You throw away millions of dollars on left. Okay,
Exactly, dude.
support your
Come
boy
on.
and give us your $20. Okay, I'll even help you draft.
I'm in. Yeah, I'm in.
All right.
When's the draft?
It's
I
going
don't
to be
know.
August 27th, I believe.
23rd.
Saturday.
That's Sunday.
23rd?
Hopefully it's the 23rd because the 27th we're getting together for my father's thing. So,
Okay.
but worst comes to worst, I'll
It's
just
the
auto
23rd.
I
draft.
thought it was
What
the
day is
27th. Let me
that?
go look.
What day is the 23rd?
For Raw,
That'll
it's
be
the
a
23rd. How about you guys shut up?
Saturday
Oh,
before
man,
Labor Day.
I might be. I'm gonna be. That's fine. I'll be chilling. I'll have to do it on my phone though, because that's the day after my surgery.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be all drugged up
Yeah, you'll
and
be fine.
stuff. We'll be like, get Peyton Manning. He'll be like, okay.
He's gonna come back on the show on Monday and be like, "Yo, why do I have Zach Wilson?
Yeah,
Why?
facts. Zach Wilson to the moon, baby.
He's got the whole Jet squad."
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
August 27th is a Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
So
we're
not that
getting
day?
together because the 28th is my dad's birthday, so it's the first
Okay.
year. So we're all getting together during the day and stuff. So
What's the
Right,
23rd? It's on a random Tuesday night,
20
huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we want to? Okay. I'll see what everybody else can do.
yeah, I can listen. I can make it. So it's not a big deal. We'll figure it out.
No, my mentality usually is to spread the wealth because I don't like the idea of just trusting one position to brunt the load, right? So I typically go a running back, a wide receiver, and then now that we've got this IDP nonsense, I got draft a whole fucking goddamn defense.
Dude, it's going to
I
change.
How many
also-
rounds
your
is
thought,
this?
dude?
I also didn't know that I was getting into a full defense. When he hit IDP, that typically means individual defensive players.
Yeah.
Not usually an S at the end
Players.
of that.
Yeah.
Hey, Fast Dave knows what's up. IDP is where it's at. Your guys' minds are going to be blown after this year.
Wait,
It's
we
so
could
much
I've done
more
it
than
before.
you.
I've done it
I'm
before.
totally down for the challenge, but when dude put that in the chat today, I said, huh? What you mean players? And then I looked and I was like, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Wait a second. So we don't just pick a team. We pick defensive players, D
Yes.
tackle, quarterback.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go. Jets are gonna kick some ass.
Oh my God.
When's
Get
their
me
bye
out of
week? I
here.
hope I play you that week.
Please, by all means,
me outta
please
here.
draft all of the Jets secondary.
Roquan Smith. Hey, look, listen. Moby Ditka for the win. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, I saw your name.
I gotta create a name. Okay.
Is Roquan? I mean, is he really moving to outside linebacker?
Yeah, it looks like it. That's what
So
I've
I'm
been seeing.
really
in the
wondering because he's
practice.
been a stud for
Good
IDP
God.
since he came into the league. So I'm
Well, here's
interested
the
to see how that
thing.
does.
I actually think Roquan, will play that position that apparently Madden thinks, Parsons plays, where I think he will do a little bit of both. He'll be, attacking the quarterback, and he will be in coverage. And I actually have liked what I've seen. I mean, I don't like it that Justin has had so many turnovers, but I do like the fact that it definitely shows that Matt Eberflus knows a thing or two about defense. Like they're looking really like they're for sure going to be on that bend don't break type shit. They're going to give up a lot of field goals, but man, when they get into the red zone, them bad boys lock in, and I am so excited for the Bears rookies. So my whole defensive squad probably just going to be Bears low key. I ain't going to front.
Okay. All right. I'm all about it. You guys do whatever you want to do. I like it. Fantasy's going to be fun this year. I'm going to just go ahead and put Rhino on the spot. Rhino, are you going to start a fantasy show at some point?
Yeah, Dev and I were kind of, oh no, we were talking about something else. It wasn't a fantasy thing, but yeah, we were all kind of collectively talking about it as a whole, but yeah, it's on the docket.
I ain't trying to throw nobody out there, but I do think me and Shop are planning on doing a fantasy football like sports talk. So
Okay.
if there are people that are interested
For sure.
to be on and stuff like that, by
Yeah,
all
yeah.
means,
Do
let
it.
us know.
I'll join just to shake my head yes and no.
Okay. Yeah, at the same time, literally at the same time I was talking to Rhino today about the other show, I was also talking about Shop about the fantasy football show. So I
Okay.
do believe either way, there are going to be more shows than just the overtime. I believe Nexus has a channel that we'll eventually get to using and stuff like that. So like,
There's a couple of channels. There's a couple of
yeah,
shows coming. Yeah.
we'll be sharing the love between all of us. I think we'll all start to get some stuff going on. So
Yeah, no, lots of moving pieces over at Nexus right now. You guys are free. Use !ND. I forgot. Make sure you guys jump into the
ND?
Nexus Discord.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
Nexus Discord.
Good.
To jump in there. Lots of, especially if you're a content creator too. Again, Nexus is not a like exclusive group. It's not nothing like that. It is a Discord for content creators to go in and share ideas and get help on stuff. Like there's a whole list on there of programs and websites that we all use on a daily basis to help make your content creating easier. And it's nice to have somebody just to go, hey, how does this thumbnail look? How does this look? What's your idea on this? What are you doing on this? I want to do this show. I want to do this. I need people to collab with. And then you end up with a roster of people that are, usually pretty high end to go ahead and jump in to these different projects with you. So jump in on there. The application form is on the Twitter as well, but you can jump in the Discord in there and grab it as well. And yeah, lots more coming. Milo, you are just on something today, right? All over the desk.
You mentioned last week, real quick before we go. Remember, about the what's it called this year? The pass, the battle pass, or whatever it is.
Field pass.
The field pass that it's free is amazing. I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, I think it's
free?
just turning into
it's free. The whole thing is free.
They mentioned it on there. It's not a paid battle pass. I think it's just taking the place of like our levels, like we had before. But there's different levels now, right?
Different rewards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's something to there was like the regular one, and then there's like a head-to-head. So the way I look, I think you and I were
at any given time you can have 3 battle passes going. It sounded like based on the way that
and one of them was like a head-to-head battle pass, which is kind of the way I interpreted it was like how they do events over in MLB.
Yeah.
And
that's what it
stuff
sounds
like that.
Yeah, it seems like it's like seasons, ranked, or like the overall program, ranked seasons and events, kind of broken down the same way that we do in MLB, in Madden, which I think is great, right? Multiple different ways to play the game, different rewards, different stuff for you to go ahead and grind out. Like that's what we've been hoping for, right? Instead of, what are you doing today? Oh, I guess we'll play head to head because that's it.
And the other thing too is there's no Mutt Master, which is good. So you don't have to do 75,000 yards of running the same play for 4 days in a row to get that done.
Well, you might. I don't know. We haven't seen that yet.
Technically be. So it sounded like, again, the way that they kind of explained it is that there's not a Mutt Master, but there will be Season Masters.
And that's like the inning rewards over on MLB. Every
Correct.
at the end you get the main player or whatever.
Right.
I think again, everything on paper sounds phenomenal.
Yep.
It sounds like they really found a great balance for those that are going to do head to head and or not. Or it even sounds like maybe they'll give you the option to do a little bit of both. Like it'll, and what am I trying to say? Entice you to want to do both online and offline. Because I am sure that since it seems like there are going to be multiple passes going at the same time. You're going to, obviously the XP will go towards your MUT levels, but then there'll be rewards based on what you want to do. And I'm sure that they will sprinkle those around to try to make people play everything, is what I would guess.
Right. Drop put in the comment, he thinks they'll be able to spend money to bypass levels. And first, I think you're wrong because we've never had that in the past. And two, the game's not out yet, right? So I'm gonna tell everybody this.
Three, I want to piggyback real quick before you go any further. RG emphasized that it is completely free. You do not have to spend a dime.
Yes, I want to. So there's I just want to point this out real quick before we head out for the night. There is a really, really common trend, especially surrounding Madden. It's in all games, but especially Madden, to everyone pile on to negative stuff, right? Everything. I feel like some of you have been so brain damaged by some of these other people, right? Where anything that comes out, like, how are they going to fuck me on this? Bro, they literally, like, the game could come out, like, here's a free 86. Like, I bet they want something. Nope, they said free. I'm like, nope, I don't trust. Chill, man. The game ain't even out yet. Great. Like, just go with the flow. Stop looking for someone to fuck you around every corner, and you will find it, right? Like, trust me.
Hashtag EAK. Remember that, chat. Hashtag EAK.
No, it's for telling y'all the truth. Every game, though, man. It is for every single game.
Y'all the truth. No, for real though. That's my thing, right? Like, I don't, I just said that today, right? Like, the hanging with the Joneses, right? Like that is more than just spending money and buying materialistic things, right? Like, move at your own pace. As long as you are taking one step forward every single day to be a little bit better, you're fucking winning at life. And excuse my language, but I see, I saw some things on Twitter this morning talking about, people just, I'm mediocre and this and that. And like, y'all gotta, like, truthfully, y'all gotta stop with that shit. What you put out in the ether comes to truth, right? And I refuse to ever really be kind of negative about anything or anyone. That's why a lot of times I just be quiet. Right? Like, I just watch. I'm a watcher. My wife she didn't turn me into a pro lurker.
Right.
And, but like, real talk, like, y'all got to stop that. You got to just understand that as long as you are better today than you were yesterday, no matter what it was, right? You woke up 15 minutes earlier. You got to work on time. You made a better eating decision for one meal as opposed to just eating like ass for all 3 meals. Like, whatever it was, as long as you're doing a little bit better every day, like, you're winning that life, right? And don't take that stuff for granted, because there are people out here that don't get that opportunity because their life is taken from them, or they just genuinely are in a situation to where they don't have the means to be better. So, like,
it takes zero effort to be positive.
Yep.
It literally does. And it took me a while, like, Kay was saying, it took me a while. I was one of those guys on Twitter, this game, blah, 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 looking for the negatives. And then I never enjoyed any game until I was like, all right, you know what? Like I said to Kay in his stream the other day, when EA does have a W day, you have to give it to them. You have to say, listen, that's really good. You have to praise it, positivity. It's 100%.
Yeah, that's the same thing with MLB,
you have
right?
To give credit when they do something right. You have to give it credit, because if you're going to give negatives, you got to be both sides. Otherwise, you're just a negative person.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, I know Rhino and Kay for sure will be right there with me. We've seen a whole lot of negativity in MLB this year, right? Everybody calling it the worst game, and they're shitting on us on programs, and there's no content. The game sucks. You can't play it right now. Like, listen, every game goes through bad seasons, right? Like, nobody is perfect. None of us wake up and we're perfect every damn day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you gotta be willing to take them L's and keep it moving. And you also gotta be willing to celebrate the W's, right? And just whatever. Like, if the game is bad, if you truthfully feel that way, play another game. Do something else. Like, nobody is handcuffing you and telling you to play this game if you feel that way. Me and Kay, Kay lasted in Madden a lot longer than I did. Y'all know it. I felt it early. I felt it often. And very quickly, we was on to other things. Right? I bought this thing behind me. Ain't even used that motherfucker but 5 times. Because that's tough. Y'all, like, I thought it was easy peasy lemon squeezy. No, that is some real shit right there. So like, you just got to be willing, man. It's all good. Like, life coach Dev coming. Don't worry, it's coming.
Yeah.
But no, for real, like
that's the big thing right there.
You got to be willing to just relax. Not, yes, I know we're all in the world of influencers and this, that, and whatever, but like, take the positive influence. Don't always hold on to the negative. People be gripping onto the negative and running with that shit. Like, they say fire burns and spreads faster, but like, be like Smokey the Bear, and only you can prevent forest fires.
Yeah, man, and that's the main thing, man. That's my big thing with everything. Like, if you're not having fun with something, go somewhere else.
Yeah, dude.
Do something else. Like, for your own mental health, and for me telling you to stop being a nerd in the chat, do something else.
Take a break. Like Dev said, him and I quit Madden pretty early. I quit like back in February or March or something like that, and I can't wait to get back on Madden because I took the designated time of break.
Right
now, I'm excited about it. I was miserable playing it because I made myself miserable playing it because of whatever. But I took a break. I played other games, had fun. Figured out who I am as a person. Through the time and all that, and I cannot wait for it. And I'm going into it with positive thoughts. And again, there might be some L's, but again, you have to reward the W's. When they do something right, you have to stay positive. And share that with your communities, because remember, our communities listen to us, whether they're big or small. However we act is how our community is going to act.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep, true.
Big time. All right, gents, it is 8/22. Exactly 1 month from today, we'll be heading into Monday Night Football, and we'll be kickoff exactly right now. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here for the night. Who is it? Week 1?
Broncos and Seahawks.
Oh, yuck. I go to bed early that night.
Fuck you guys.
I think I have something to do that night as we end on negativity, not positivity.
Yeah, all that work undone.
Oh man,
Easy, ain't it? Crazy.
That's
That's because that man up there cheats.
Jay cheats, man. Be rocking that shirt at TwitchCon. I'm excited.
Oh, I'm glad I bust out my Rhino Live shirt. That's definitely come with me. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your week. Minimal streams for me this week. We have some stuff to work on. I believe Dev's in the same boat. The other two fine gentlemen.
This will be the last stream that you see me on this week.
Okay, cool.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure Raw will be on though, and then everyone just go bug Rhino on Twitter every day until he hits the button and goes live again.
Damn it.
Exactly.
Got me.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Are
I
we
love your
supposed to be
faces.
announcing something tonight?
Oh, are we ready for it?
Yeah, I thought we were.
I didn't know we had the graphic already. I didn't cancel it. We can hold it off. We can hold it off. All right. One more second then. Well, no, it's not right. All right, go keep an eye on the Nexus Discord in the next day. Twitter. Did I say Discord? Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh
Take a look at the Nexus Discord the next day. I know a lot of you guys have Twitter. Oh my God.
Jeez.
Give up. Go ahead, Dev, go ahead and tell him, please. I can't.
Hey guys, check this out. We want to make sure that we are celebrating the heck out of the fact that that we're bringing this community together, and we don't know any other way than to give people free money. So we will have a $60 gift card for a console of your choice. Okay, console of your choice. I originally was going to set it for one Xbox, one PlayStation, but that's unfair. We're going to pick 2 random winners. We'll have a tweet that will go out sometime. Probably. Well, I'm offline this weekend. I'll be out in the boonies with no service. So like,
I can do it. I can set it up.
Okay, bet. We'll have a tweet go out this weekend, and then we'll pick a winner Sunday night. Sound cool?
That works. Yeah.
What day?
All right. So the tweet will go out Friday. I'll link with Rhino before I get off grid. Tweet will go out Friday. And then when I get back on Sunday, me and Rhino can go ahead and link up again. And
How much are the games, by the way?
Games? What you mean?
The Madden.
I mean, $60, $60, right? $60 or something like that. $60, $70,
hold on.
something like that.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
$80. Yeah, we want to do we did the gift cards instead because we know a lot of you guys already pre-order the game before the 22nd. So we don't want to give away copies of the game. We want to give you guys money to go buy bundles instead.
Okay. You said you had 2? You said you had 2, right?
Yeah, I have 2.
All right, hold on. I got you.
Okay, got it. Here we go. Great. Here we go.
All
All right, everybody, thank Daddy Raw Dog, who doesn't never want to just give money to his long lost African American son.
I just sent you $240. Do 4 more to that.
Okay,
Whoa,
got it.
boy.
Roger.
Raw.
Yeah, so thank
Legend,
Daddy
dude.
Raw Dog. So now we have a total of 6
6
gift
gift
cards
cards
to
to
give
give
away.
away. That's
Got it.
fantastic. Raw, you're a legend,
That's
sir.
awesome. Oh, okay, got it, Rod. So again, I'm a tax write-off if you give to me just for the
Right.
hell of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a vet and an African American. I'll give you a whole ass invoice for you to go ahead and write it off. Okay, the full-on American Negro
Oh,
Fund or
man.
whatever it's called. You let me know.
That's great.
All
All
right.
right. Thanks, Raw.
Yeah.
No problem,
All right, guys. Remember, that'll be over on the Nexus Twitter.
Yeah, so
Not
make
the
sure you follow the
Discord.
Twitter. We'll have, we'll be generic like everybody else. You'll have to like and retweet it or whatever, but we'll get these out there in the ether so that way you have some bundles to open on day one, like me and Kay and Rhino and Raw. So
Yeah, bundle battles day
I'm
one going down.
I'm no money spent this year.
Good luck.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
you're
Okay,
as no
yeah,
money
when I
spent as
see
I
it.
am
Uh-huh.
Caucasian, which is 0%. Got it.
Gents, we are out for the night. Guys, go over and say what's up to Mr. Bobby V. Dev, take us out with that 200%, sir.
200% chat, 100% passion, 100% positivity, and you will reap the benefits that you seek. I won't see you again for the rest of the week. I love y'all. I love you guys. Have fun. Have fun and make somebody smile.
See ya.
Peace.